Hey guys, welcome back. Let's talk about the latest episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 11. Let's get right into it. So we kick off the episode with everybody back at home from their vacation that they just had at Miami. So we get to see the women at their house. I didn't know that Karen had a sauna in her house. That's pretty cool. So like I said, everybody's settling back in. We then get to see Robyn and Giselle. They're filming their podcast that they have. And then afterwards, they're talking about a live performance that they're planning on. So they're going to have like the show, but it's going to be with a live audience. So they're talking to their assistant about that. And then once she leaves, they bring up what happened with Wendy and Robyn at that club. Remember that Wendy was hugging her and they were both hugging. And Wendy said, "I love you" to Robyn. And Giselle heard about that, so she asks Robyn what that was about, and Robyn pretty much says that she didn't really buy it, that she was like, well, that happened so long ago, like she thought it was a little weird. But they kind of brush over that really quickly, and they discuss what happened with Candiace. Robyn says that she wants to meet up with Candiace to talk about what happened. And Giselle says that Candiace doesn't really have a right to be mad about what Robyn did by exposing her at that dinner table because Candiace did say it. Speaking of Candiace, we see Candiace and her husband in their house. They're planning a backyard party because Candiace actually just got her master's in business. She got a degree, and that's really awesome. So she wants to celebrate that in their house. She also mentions that now she does remember that she did say that rumor about, or she did repeat the rumor about Karen. So she does want to apologize to Karen. She says that one of the producers reminded her because she says that she didn't remember when she said it to Ashley. And as far as the Robyn situation, she still feels horrible about it. She really thinks that Robyn betrayed her by doing that. So she also wants to go and meet up with her and talk about it. Now, interestingly enough, the Grand Dame Karen is also going to do a live performance. She doesn't have a podcast like Robyn and Giselle, but she's planning on having like some sort of event where it's like live. There is a studio audience as well, but there's a lot of things that she's going to do, like maybe some games or something like that. So she has one of her friends come over to her house and they talk about it. Now, she does mention that she knows that there's probably going to be some people that think that she's copying them, and then they put some throwbacks to when the whole candle thing happened with her and Wendy. So I'm sure as these events proceed, someone's going to tell her that she's probably trying to copy them, but it sounds like Karen's going to do something pretty fun. We switch over to Wendy. She's being picked up by her husband at the airport because when they left Miami, she went straight to Chicago to a university to speak. So she has a lot on her plate. She mentioned that she has graduation coming up for her students and all these things that, you know, she's just busy all the time. And also like a big thing that she's worrying about is her health, something about her kidney. So Wendy definitely has a lot going on. Candiace and Robyn meet at a restaurant. I assumed that because of the way they argued that night at the club, it was going to be a screaming match. They were going to get into it, but unfortunately, one of Robyn's close friends lost her brother and sister in a terrible car crash. So Robyn was really, really sad. And she even started crying to Candiace. She started saying that it's really hard to see someone go through something as tragic as that is. And that kind of put things in perspective to Robyn. She says that she doesn't really want to, you know, the world is so unpredictable. She doesn't want to be bickering and holding on to these unnecessary grudges. And that really touches her. So her and Candiace make up. They even hug, and Candiace expressed that she really did feel betrayed because she said that out of almost everyone in the group, she felt that her and Robyn had a really good relationship and that she actually looked up to Robyn sort of even like as a big sister. So that was hurtful. But then Robyn said that next time Robyn says that she truly felt like the live that Candiace did, that Robyn was included in that. So they clarified that issue, and like I said, they made up and they hugged, so they are okay now. And also interesting is that Robyn even mentioned that she has always been a good friend to Candiace. She says that when the whole thing happened with Giselle accusing Chris, that Robyn was right there telling Giselle that she didn't think it was true. So I think that also made Candiace realize that they are not too off the rails in terms of their friendship. So it's definitely something that they could still work on. Somebody who's really excited, on the other hand, is Mia. Mia just opened up a new location, and she is in the inauguration of her new location of the chiropractor's offices that she has, and this one's going to be open in DC, so that's pretty exciting for her. Karen, as a good friend, shows up and supports her, and we also get to see Jacqueline, but those were the only two that we saw. Mia even mentioned that her mom wasn't doing too well, so that's kind of that sucks to hear. But that's pretty much all we saw of Mia this episode. We get to see Ashley meeting up with her family and talking about her situation with Michael and some of the struggles that she's been going through with him, especially how it involves the kids. And she says that she is scared of being alone. She breaks down and starts crying, and she shares those fears that she has with her family, and they are right there to support her and tell her that she's never going to be alone, that they're going to be right there to help her get through anything that she's going through. In my mind, I don't think that her family is a really big fan of Michael, so I don't think like they are too sad that she's divorcing him, but I do think that they don't like that she is unfortunately being really sad about the divorce, but they are right there to offer their support in case she ever needs it. Then we have a party. So Giselle's twins have a party, and they have all of their friends there, and Jamal makes an appearance. Not all of the women went. I think it was only Ashley, Karen, and Charisse came as well. I thought that was interesting how out of everybody she went. But it wasn't really a party meant for any of the women. It was just about her two daughters. So it was mostly kids around her age. But Giselle seemed very happy. She actually did seem very happy hosting this party. She looked like she was very proud of her daughter. She even shared some words to them, as well as Jamal. You know, the way that they interact, I think that Giselle still hasn't really gotten over Jamal. And I think that she deep down probably wishes that they could work it out in some way. They don't really get into that, but that's just something that I picked up, just the way that she kind of interacted with him. And then the last sort of event that we have in this episode is that backyard party that Candiace hosted. Karen and Robyn are the first to arrive, and Karen asks Robyn what is going to happen with the wedding. She's kind of, pushing her to answer these questions. And all of a sudden, Robyn says that apparently now it's going to be an intimate wedding with only 4 people. But Karen can read right through it. She even throws a little funny shade in her confessionals. Like, that's very suspicious. Like, I know that a lot of people don't think that they're actually going to go through with it and get married, so it's funny when they are asking Robyn these questions and for her to have these answers. Wendy shows up next. She arrives and she says hi to everybody, and when she sits down, Karen gets up and leaves. I'm pretty sure she did it intentionally. So the only ones there left are Wendy and Robyn. So this is a good opportunity for them to talk about what went down in the club. Wendy mentioned it and said that even though she had been drinking, that she really did mean what she said that night, that she really did miss their friendship. And Robyn, she says that, well, first she questions her. She says that why did she feel so comfortable saying that just to her, but when they were in a group setting. She says that it felt like she wasn't trying to win a debate. But for me personally, that would be a better way to tell someone that you want to be friends with them again, one by one. Like, what's the purpose of having an entire audience there to see that? I feel like it was way more sincere for her to just say personally to her. But Wendy, she seems really genuine, and she then takes the opportunity to once again extend that olive branch, and she apologizes to Robyn. She says that she's sorry for what I did in making you not want to be around me anymore. So it was an amazing apology because she didn't make excuses, she didn't do none of that, which I gotta give her some props, because the way that Robyn was questioning her, you know, that's not gonna make you want to apologize to somebody, but Wendy did. And it was really nice to see that Robyn, I think she accepted it. I think she was able to see that Wendy was genuinely being honest. And Robyn also apologized. She said that she apologized. She said that she had already apologized before, but she was going to do it again. And that was awesome for both of them. And they hugged. And I think that they're good now. Even though I know that Robyn has done horrible things, I think the way that she handled the Mia and Wendy fight was deplorable. I still do find it nice. And I like to see that Wendy and her were able to make up. Because if they both feel like they could be friends, why not be friends? And I like the fact that Robyn did apologize. Another apology that happens is with Candiace and Karen. Candiace really wholeheartedly apologizes to Karen for repeating the rumor or making reference to the rumor or anything whatsoever, because she knows that that kind of rumors can be very damaging, and Candiace knows this, especially by having a husband. She knows that this is not something to play around with, so she really does feel bad about what she said, and she apologizes to Karen, and Karen accepts it. She says that they've been trying to make things right for a while. They're trying to get in a good place because they were not always there, and they hug, and I think they're good now. In her confessionals, Karen did say that they're good, but she's still gonna like keep an eye on her, you know, and like I don't blame her at all. Something interesting that did happen though was Chris was having a conversation with Karen's husband, Ray, and they were talking about the situation with Giselle, and Ray, I think he was just being a gentleman, said that maybe Chris should apologize to Giselle just so like she can like, just in case she did feel uncomfortable or whatever, for her to like let it go. But Chris says that he's absolutely not apologizing, because if he does, it's going to make it seem like he was intentionally trying to make her uncomfortable, which he wasn't. And another reason why he doesn't want to apologize is because Candiace mentioned this. She said, who knows what she can make up, because nobody thought she was going to make up what she did about Chris right now. So that's off the question. And Chris actually leaves the house really mad. I think that what Ray said to him really made him mad, which I mean, I don't think he should have gotten that mad. He got mad and left while Candiace was giving her speech, and she thanked her mom. It was a really nice moment for her to celebrate her degree, and like I said, she thanked her mom, and all her family was there, and to see some of the women there was also great to see. I feel really happy for Candiace, especially since in this episode as well, she thought she could be pregnant, but she ended up not being, so she's also gonna still keep trying on that. And that is where the episode ends. We then get the trailer for next week's episode. It looks like some things will happen, but I feel like maybe next episode, or maybe even the two after, are gonna be not that heavy with drama, because we're gearing up towards that next cast trip where things are gonna go down with Karen and with Charisse and with Robyn. So that's probably how the next few episodes will look like. This episode was good though, but you guys let me know, what did you think about Wendy and Robyn's reconciliation, and what did you think about Candiace and Karen putting that issue to rest? So let me know what you guys thought about that and just this episode overall. And please don't forget to like and subscribe so we can talk about all our favorite reality TV shows. Until the next one, you guys have a great one. Bye.